Usually I don't call it quite this early, but I've got to call this one. I've got Tom up there in the top spot by a solid 4 seconds.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Tom Ski, Dan Perry, and Braxoon Yates.
The judges concurred and found a little bit too low a lap for Tom. We're going to have to deduct one. All right, with that sorted out, I've got Braxton and Dan less than a quarter second fighting for that top spot. We're just over halfway through this race. Bit of a gap, but then we got Christian and Tom battling for 3. Christian currently on it. Braxton to the top by a quarter of a second.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Dan Perry, Braxoon Yates, and Christian Cook.
Dan's got the clear track out there, definitely benefiting him. Braxton's got to get around that traffic clean. They're not going to be nice. There's his break. Is he going to get it? He does. Clear track for Braxton. 30 seconds on the clock.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, communication to the quarter marshals is going to be one time, well, getting their attention, but short of that,
Dan Perry done.
You make a mistake, you got to wait for the quarter marshal.
Christian Cook done. Braxoon Yates done. Tom Ski done.
And Braxton claims it by a quarter second. They were flipping back and forth. You're going to have to come back for another qualifier. Him and Dan are running tight. Christian claims the 3, Tom for the 4. Aiden's right there too to battle with those guys. You were on the top till like the last lap. It was close. I'd go back through and double check laps if you want me to, but quarter second. It was switching about every lap.
Ken Perry. Tristan Madsen.
Dan, looks like you got a 14.6 on your second to last lap, so that's what cost you there. Must have been a little bobble on your second to last lap. All your other laps were looking quicker.
Two minutes to the start of the race. Ryan Bodish.
Ben Chalky, let me know if you want to do a resort after this qualifier. If you want me to regroup the quicker drivers together, it'd probably be to your benefit, but we'll see how it goes. If you don't say anything, I'll just run them as they stand.
One minute to the start of the race. Lions. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, drivers know what they're doing. Got your line
9,
up. We'll go ahead and
8,
let the time clock
7,
run it.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ryan Bodish, Lions. Ben Chalky. Ken Perry. Tristan Madsen.
If you do accidentally cut the track, generally you'll pull out of the race line and just make sure that you didn't get an advantage by skipping a corner. Minute and a half in as these racers find their groove. It's Tristan in that top spot. Chalky on the 2. 1.8 second separation there. Oh, and Chalky cuts it down to half a second. He's coming in hot. And it's Chalky to that top spot. Tristan still holding the 2. Ron on the 3.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Chalky, Tristan Madsen, and Lions.
Trocky's been enjoying the advantage of clear track out there. These other three or four battling it out bumper to bumper. Now Trocky's got to try to cleanly move through them. That's a tall order on this tight, fast track. Trocky's picking him off. He's got 11 seconds over the field, and he's currently sitting on a TQ pace. Next up, round one, four-wheel drive buggy. I'll be looking for Dan Perry, Ben Adolph, Lincoln Just, and Aiden.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Trocky, Tristan Madsen, and Lyons.
"20 seconds on the clock, everyone looking fairly spread out. I think it's pretty well locked in there. Trocky's up about 17 seconds and sitting, a lap ahead on the TQ board.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lyons done. Ben Trocky done. Ryan Bodish done. Ken Perry done. All drivers are finished. Tristan Madsen done.
All right, nice work, Trocky.
The race is completed. Ben Adolph.
Drivers on track, get your warm-up laps in. Do be mindful of the corners as they make their way out. Down at Hobby Action, they had everybody sit there at the line until the quarter marshals were in place. It wasn't the worst idea. On a slow Wednesday night at Hobby Action, right after their big weekend event, they had 80 entries. So I'm sure they break 100 on an average Wednesday. Looking for Aiden Lyons here in this one. Oh, man.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
All right, we got corners covered and we got hot tires. Let's do it. Corners ready. Drivers, when you hear your name.
Dan Perry, Ben Adolph, Lincoln Just, Aiden Lyons.
Ben and Lincoln waste no time getting their clocks started. They're going to keep that pressure on Dan. Oh, man. A very friendly move by Lincoln Just. Great sportsmanship. Thank you, sir.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Lincoln Just, and Dan Peary.
I got Ben up by 8 seconds currently. We'll keep an eye on that to see if the time grows or shrinks. See if Mr. Lincoln Just can put in some fast laps. Plenty of open track for everybody to put in some hot runs. Ron, can Aiden get his car together for the next race? I could just slide him right into the next heat. Like, in a couple minutes? I could just put him, no, okay. Ooh, Dan found a sneaky line. I'll be looking for that one later this week when I get to drive the track. See if we can do a little corner cutting over the hip. I will allow it as the RD. Only because I want to drive it. Ooh, that's looking good. I'm liking it. Ooh, another corner. That could work. This could get real interesting. I cannot wait to put in a few hundred laps on this track. At some point I have to call it. I'm not sure where. I'll have to think about that one.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Lincoln Just, and Dan Peary.
All right, Ben's lead is neither growing nor shrinking. Lincoln just hovering behind him at that 6.5 seconds.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dan Peary done. Lincoln Just done. All drivers are finished. Ben Adolph done.
All right, Ben laying it down, 20 laps, 5:14 is going to be the time to beat. We got another round of four-wheel drive buggy.
Transponder 8748288. The race is completed. Jeff Adolph.
Thanks for volunteering, Ryan. Appreciate it. Corey will get you a free practice card.
Dennis Johnson. Justin Greenwell. Tristan Madsen. 2 minutes to the start of the race. Ben Trocchi.
All right, we've got corner coverage. Let's line them up. Running order: Ben, Dennis, Jeff, Justin, and then Tristan. Corners ready. Drivers, when you hear your name.
Ben Trocchi. Dennis Johnson. Jeff Adolph. Justin Greenwell. Tristan Madsen.
Dennis pulling out a healthy lead over this field. Up about 8 seconds currently. Looks like Jeff, Justin, Ben, and Tristan are all neck and neck. Anybody's race there.
Dennis Johnson, Jeff Adolph, and Justin Greenwell.
Two minutes left on the clock. Dennis stretching out 11-second lead over this field. But I've still got Ben and Lincoln sitting ahead of him on the TQ board. Dennis moves up the TQ board to second overall. Still about seven or 8 seconds to shave off to be up with Ben Adolph. He's 20 seconds up over this field.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Dennis Johnson, Jeff Adolph, and Ben Trocchi. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ben Trocchi done. Justin Greenwell done. Jeff Adolph done. Tristan Madsen done.
Ooh,
All drivers
Ben
are
and
finished.
Justin finishing
Dennis
tight on
Johnson
that
done.
2 and 3, just a half second separating them. The rest of the four-wheel drive drivers out there, let me know if you want to resort for qualifier 2. Otherwise, if I don't hear anything, I'll leave it the way it is.
Transponder 1424587. Ken Perry.
Short course showdown. I gave Christian some bald front tires, try to slow him down. He's been on a tear with old pink and blue.
Christian Cook. Carl Blocker. Two minutes to the start of the race. Nicole Bruner.
All right, got drivers lining them up. We'll get it started. Corners are ready. Running order: Nicole, Christian, Carl, and Ken. Corner marshals ready. Drivers, when you hear your name.
Nicole Bruner. Christian Cook. Carl Blocker. Ken Perry.
minute and a half in, looks like we've got a new player for the top spot of short course. Mr. Carl Blocker's been putting in that practice, currently leading with a 6-second lead over the field. Ken sitting on the 2, Christian 3 seconds back on the computer, but right on his bumper. He's gonna have to get around him.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Carl Blocker, Ken Perry, and Christian Cook.
Halfway through the race, Carl's continuing to stretch out that lead, currently 12 seconds. Christian now on the 2, Ken on the 3. Carl's lead continuing to grow, up to 14 seconds.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Carl Blocker, Christian Cook, and Ken Perry.
Pulling and pulling like a freight train, 17 seconds up over the field, on pace to be 2 laps ahead. Mr. Carl Blocker's running the show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Christian Cook done. Nicole Bruner done. Ken Perry done. All drivers are finished. Carl Blocker done.
That's a race. Carl on that top spot. Christian claims the 2, Ken for the 3.
The race is completed. Ben Adolph. Dan Perry. Jeff Adolph. Tristan Madsen. 2 minutes to the start of the race. Corey Frisbee.
All right, looks like Dan's lining them up. Maybe not. All right, line them up.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Running order, Corey, Ben, Tristan, Jeff, and then Dan. Corey, Tristan, Ben, looks pretty close. Corner marshals ready. Drivers, when you hear your name.
Corey Frisbee. Ben Adolph. Tristan Madsen. Jeff Adolph. Dan Peary.
Looking way too close to call. Dan and Jeff on that top spot. Less than a tenth there. They're switching it up. Corey for the 3. Ben now on the 4. Uh-oh, that was Ben parked on the elevation. He loves a handicap and stadium truck. We've seen him make it work still. Your leader with a little bobble in no time. That's going to put Jeff to the top spot. I believe
After 2
it
minutes,
does.
The top drivers are Jeff Adolph, Dan Peary, and Corey Frisbee.
That gray truck of Jeff Adolph is your leader. Dan in the blue and white claiming the 2, but not by much. Corey right there in the 3. Corey moves up to the 2 spot. Jeff still leading the race. Dan on the 3. Ben now less than a half a second from those top 3. Ben's charging through the field with 1:20 left on the clock. Ben moves up to the 2 spot. He's got 1.9 seconds to catch the old man.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Jeff Adolph, Ben Adolph, and Corey Frisbee.
And Ben moves into the top spot. So it's Ben, Jeff, and then Corey. Dan right there within a half second as well. I've got 4 seconds separating first and fourth. Oh, Jeff makes a move. He gets back up to that top spot. Second and a half between each driver and 8 seconds left on the time clock.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ben Adolph done. Jeff Adolph done. Corey
Jeff
Frisbee
will
done.
claim the victory by 2/10. Ben on the 2, Corey on the 3. Very, very close racing.
The race is completed.
All right, rookies to the line. Rookie class, you are up.
Two minutes to the start of the race.
I have some really weird dreams. I
Robert
just remembered
Schwartz.
one. I had a dream we didn't have enough for rookie class, so I put a car out there dressed as a turtle at like 20%
David Bodish.
throttle, and you had to beat the turtle. I'm going to put that in the good ideas category, just in case we ever run low on rookie drivers.
Cambria. One minute to the start of the race. James Blocker.
Robert's ready to start the race. He's lined up, so let's
45
go ahead and
seconds to the
follow
start of
suit
the
and
race.
line them up. Running order is going to be Robert, then James, and then Cambria with our first time to the track. We're glad to have you. David will be starting on that 4.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Corner marshals ready. Drivers, when you hear your name.
15 seconds to the start of the race. Robert Schwartz. James Blocker. Cambria. David Bodish.
2 minutes in, and it's some usual suspects on that top. Robert on the top, David just 2 seconds behind him. Cambria holding down the 3.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Robert Schwartz, David Bodish, and Cambria.
Robert on the 1, David on the 2, less than a second separation. David is showing speed with a 14 flat fast lap, backed up with a 14.2 and a 14.1.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are David Bodish, Robert Schwartz, and Cambria.
Just a few seconds left on the clock, and I've got 1/10 of a second
5,
between Robert and
4,
David. This
3,
final lap will
2,
be the deciding
1.
factor.
David Bodish done. Robert Schwartz done. Cambria done.
Right, James is still finishing up his last lap. There you go, that's a race. Robert claims the
James
top,
Walker done.
David for the 2, and Cambria on the 3. Hey, Ron.
The race is completed. Jeff Adolph. Lincoln Just. Ben Adolph. Justin Greenwell. Dennis Johnson.
We got all our drivers looking for one volunteer quarter marshal for bucket number 4 there in the center. Thank you again, Mr. Ryan. Appreciate it. All right, let's line them up. It's going to be Ben, then Dennis, then Jeff, then Justin, and Lincoln Just making it to his first qualifier. See what he could do with it. Corners ready. Drivers, when you hear your name.
Ben Adolph. Dennis Johnson. Jeff Adolph. Justin Greenwell. Lincoln Just.
Minute and a half in, I got Ben with a comfortable 4-second gap on the field. Lincoln on the 2, Jeff on the 3, Dennis on the 4, except there's less than a second between Lincoln, Dennis, and Justin, and Jeff. So the entire pack battling it out with the exception of Mr. Ben Adolph with some breathing room.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Lincoln Just, and Dennis Johnson.
Dennis moves to the 2. Lincoln Just is only a 1/10 of a second behind him. Greenwell 2 seconds back from there. Jeff 2 seconds back from there. Purple car is your leader, making his way through the field. Dennis gets some breathing room in that 2 spot now. Justin Greenwell's in the 3 with Jeff right on his bumper per the time clock. Ben Adolph on the top spot, currently improving on his qualifier 1. He's got it down to a 25:11.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Dennis Johnson, and Jeff Adolph.
Final battle on the track is for the 3 spot. Jeff's sitting on it. Justin Greenwell is 1 second behind him.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ben Adolph done. Dennis Johnson done.
Dennis putting in
Justin
work at the
Greenwell
end.
done.
He finished only 1.9 seconds behind Ben. Jeff is the only one racing. What
All
happened to
drivers are
Lincoln
finished.
Just?
Jeff Adolph done.
You got some transponder issues. Oh no. Oh no.
The race is completed.
All right, Sportsman drivers get another chance to take down Ben Trocky's TQ pace. Braxton and Dan right there. Tristan fully capable as well.
Dan Peary. Braxton Yates. Tom Ski. Christian Cook. Two minutes to the start of the race. Aiden Lyons.
All right, let's line them up. We'll put Braxton on that top spot, Dan on the 2, Christian on the 3, Tom on the 4, and Aiden on the 5.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, quarter marshals ready.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Drivers, when you hear your name.
Braxton Yates, Dan Peary, Christian Cook, Tom Ski.
We better wait for our
Aiden
name to
Lyons.
be called. Oh, man. Everyone's on their own clock if you want to spread her out. No harm, no foul. Clock hasn't started. Actually, the only foul out there might be Braxton, who's got to work his way through traffic now that the rest of the field slowed it down. Braxton's got clear track now. As the dust settles, it is way too close to call out there. Less than a second between Braxton, Dan, Christian, and Aiden.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Braxton Yates, Christian Cook, and Dan Peary.
Oh, no. Halfway through the race, it's Braxton on that top spot, only 3 seconds off the TQ pace. Christian hanging with him, Dan right on his tail. Braxton now 1 second off of that Truckee TQ pace. Braxton now on that TQ pace, minute and a half remaining. Christian still holding down the 2. It's Aiden now to the 3 spot. Uh-oh, Dan's pulling off.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Braxton Yates, Christian Cook, and Aiden Lyons.
Christian also putting down a heater. That put him in 3rd, starting out on the qualifying order. These guys are running quick in qualifier 2.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Christian Cook done. Braxton Yates done.
All right.
Aiden Lyons done.
That's a race. Braxton did take that race, but Truckee will maintain that TQ. Christian for the 3rd qualifying position and 2nd in that race.
All drivers are finished. Tomsky done. The race is completed.
Not I.
Ken Peary. Tristan Madsen. 2 minutes to the start of the race. Ryan Bodish. Ben Trocchi. Lions. One minute to the start of the race.
Oh yeah, just like T7, T7.1 or what, 7.1. Ultimately, we'll figure out a game plan for the cases.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
We got corners, we got drivers. Let's line it up. You got Ben, then Tristan, then Ken, then Ron, then Ryan. Corners ready. Drivers, when you hear your name.
Ben Trocchi. Tristan Madsen. Ken Peary. Lions. Ryan Bodish.
I did make an order for some R1B buggies. They should be carpet killers. I'm pretty excited. Definitely getting one for myself if you'd like to get it on that pre-order. Sadly, they don't get delivered till end of April, which is not ideal for carpet season, but it will be a very good package, I'm sure. Oh.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Trocchi, Tristan Madsen, and Lions.
Looks like Ben enjoys being a lap ahead of the entire field. He was not satisfied with his last qualifying run, so he's putting another lap on it. Currently on a 24-lap pace.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Trocchi, Tristan Madsen, and Lyons. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Man, Trocchi with some bad luck on the last few laps, still leading this race, but was unable to improve. He was on a very hot pace.
Tristan Madsen done.
But he's already secured the win here and secured the TQ. It just won't be
Ryan
by a
Bodish
mile.
done. Ben Trocchi done. Lyons done. All drivers are finished.
Final
Perry
running
done.
order: Ben, Tristan, Ron 1, 2, and 3, Ken for the 4, Ryan for the 5.
The race is completed.
All right. We'll get these four-wheel drive buggy 13.5s. We got 2 heats
Ben
of
Adolph.
them. Ben putting the bar down with a 25.14. That is the time to beat. Do you have a car stuck by the elevation or any corners that happen to get out there?
Two minutes to the start of the race. Dan Perry. Lincoln Just.
All right, let's see what you guys can do with it. Line them up.
One minute to the start of the race.
Nope. Darn it. All right, corners ready. Drivers, when you hear your name.
45 seconds to the start of the race. Ben Adolph. Lincoln Just. Dan Perry. Aiden Lyons. After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Lincoln Just, and Dan Peary.
Halfway through the race, it's Ben up by 3.7, make that 9 seconds. Ben's now leading this one with a commanding lead, actually taking 2 seconds off his last round qualifier. Caution coming onto the starting line. Clear. Ben Adolph laying it down, 20 seconds over the field, 3 seconds quicker than his last qualifier. Ben Adolph now 4 seconds quicker than his last qualifier.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers
continuing
are Ben
to
Adolph,
raise that
Lincoln
bar.
Just, and Dan Peary.
Ben Adolph with a fast lap of 15.1 and consecutively laying down those 15.1s consistently. He's got the speed and the consistency. Five seconds quicker than that last one, continuing to pull.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dan Peary done. Ben Adolph done. All drivers are finished.
All right,
Lincoln Just done.
nice work, Ben Adolph. That was a heater.
The race is completed. Dennis Johnson, Jeff Adolph, Justin Greenwell, Tristan Madsen, "2 minutes to the start of the race. Ben Trocchi,
What's it looking like, Tristan? A minute or two fix? No, dang it. The geared box mod, anti-mod. All right, Trucky's got his warm-up laps in, so we can start the race. Line them up. Dennis on the top spot, Ben on the 2, Justin on the 3, Jeff on the 4.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Oh, we could use the quarter marshal for bucket 4, if anybody is available. Christian's on it. Thank you, sir.
45
Corners
seconds to the
ready.
start of the race.
Drivers, when you hear your name.
Dennis Johnson, Ben Trocky, Justin Greenwell, Jeff Adolph, Tristan Madsen.
Minute and a half in, 3:30 to go. I got Jeff Adolph on the top spot, Ben on the 2, Dennis on the 3. Dennis now moves to the 2. Trocky's only a half second behind him.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Jeff Adolph, Dennis Johnson, and Ben Trocky.
Your leader in the orange and gray. He's got some pretty good pressure from Dennis. Dennis 4.8 back on the clock. Oh no, drivers dropping like flies, giving these guys plenty of track room. All right, Dennis with clear track. Let's see what he can do with it. He's got to pull away. I've still got Jeff ahead on the computer. He cannot let Dennis go. 2 seconds as they stand. Adolph is still there in that top spot, the orange and gray. 2 seconds for Dennis to catch him on the clock.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Jeff Adolph, Dennis Johnson, and Ben Trocky.
Dennis still a half second back. He is pulling though. Dennis moves to the top. Second and a half now over Jeff. 10 seconds left on the clock.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dennis Johnson done. Jeff Adol done.
Dennis will claim it. Jeff on the 2, Trocky on the 3.
All drivers are finished. Ben Trocky done. The race is completed.
All right, short course. See if Carl can pull out another one. Or was it a fluke? We're about to find out. The announcer's curse.
Ken Perry.
Oh no, 3 wheels is not going to get the job done. We got time.
Two minutes to the start of the race. Carl Blocker. Nicole Bruner.
All right. What's been the weak point other than the dip housing or whatever? Turn the power on, turn it off, and then back on. That's usually my first go-to. Seems like a weird one. Want to just reset the ESC, just turn the power off and back on, see if any magic happens.
"30 seconds to the start of the race.
Dennis, you want to take a quick look?
Oh, make sure you didn't bump the trim on the radio. It's got to be 0.
Maybe. We'll let Christian grab a lap on those bald tires. At least they'll have some heat in them. Oh yeah, it is pushing like a dump truck. I can see it from here.
Christian Cook.
All right, Christian will be starting on that 2 spot. Carl, Christian, Ken, then Nicole. Corners ready. Drivers are here today.
Carl Blocker, Christian Cook, Ken Perry, Nicole Bruner.
Minute and a half in, it is Carl on that top spot once again. Christian 1.7 behind him. Ken on the 3. Nicole right there on the 4. I think I hear Carl's ball diff crying for help. I don't know if we put a gear diff in that baby yet, but it might be time. Oh no.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Carl
think it's
Blocker,
fading
Christian
on the
Cook,
ball
and
diff.
Ken Perry.
Carl's limping it. A wounded soldier in that top spot. Christian's on the hunt, less than 1/10 of a second for him to catch Mr. Carl. Carl's pretty well locked that TQ pace in though with that heater of a first run. Carl's still holding down that top spot by less than a second. Christian on the hunt.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Carl Blocker, Christian Cook, and Ken Perry.
Gentle on that throttle. That ball diff has to make it about another 40 seconds.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carl Blocker done. Christian Cook done.
Carl will take it, proving he can do it with or without a
Perry
full,
done.
healthy running
All
truck.
drivers are finished. Nicole Bruner done. The race is completed.
Corey, you're up on stadium truck, and Carl might need help with a gear diff. Hopefully we have more of those on the wall. I know they're back ordered. Oh, we got 3 for you, Carl. Stadium truck. Looks like these guys are running tight. Just a couple seconds between 1, 2, and 3 on the TQ board. Jeff Adolph will be starting it out. Current TQ position.
Ben Adolph. Two minutes to the start of the race. Dan Peary. Corey Frisbee.
Mr. Madsen gonna make it for this one? All right, priorities, I gotcha. All right, well, maybe grab a quarter
1 minute to the start of
marshal,
the
a couple
race.
quarter marshals for the center. If anybody's available. Are you feeling
45
quick?
seconds to the start of the race.
Feeling like you can cover 2 spots pretty easy? I think you got it. All right. Oh, Ryan's putting in work. I'm gonna put him on the payroll.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Corners ready. Drivers, would you hear your name?
Jeff Adolph. Ben Adolph. Corey Frisbee. Dan Peary. Tristan Madsen.
Minute and a half in, it's Jeff and Corey up on top with no time between them. I didn't see it, but I'm assuming Ben's starting with his normal handicap and then coming hot from the back.
After 2 minutes, The top drivers are Corey Frisbee, Jeff Adolph, and Ben Adolph.
Halfway through the race, I got Corey leading this and sitting at the top of the TQ board for his pace. Minute and a half left on the clock, and Corey's on a heck of a good run. 5 seconds up on the field. Ben now in the 2, charging hard.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Corey Frisbee, Ben Adolph, and Jeff Adolph.
"30 seconds left on the clock. Corey's still a solid 5 seconds up on the field.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Oh no,
One.
your leader rolls it on the last lap. That could be the miracle that Ben was looking for. These guys are all charging pretty hard on this qualifier. I do believe the leader of this race will likely be the TQ.
Ben Adolph done. Jeff Adolph done.
Oh no, Corey's still looking to finish. That is not going to work. Oh,
Dan
sorry,
Fury done.
buddy. It was a heck of a good race for 4 minutes and 58 seconds.
All drivers are finished. Corey Frisbee done.
Ben will take it along with the top spot for the TQ.
The race is completed.
Hey, Carl, you want to rip your diff out and I can build you a gear diff if you want? Okay, I'll take a small intermission after the last round of qualifying and make sure you get together. Okay. Pop your shocks off first, and that's just 5 Allen wrench bolts.
Robert Schwartz. David Bodish. James Blocker. Cambria.
I am still pushing to open that outdoor track this summer along with a 10 scale crawling area. If you're thinking about building a 10 scale crawler, I've got some really hot chassis coming in, 6 of them. Maybe see them this week. Pretty excited about those. All right, we got corners, we got drivers. Going when you hear your name.
Robert Schwartz, David Bodish, Cambria, James Blocker.
All right. And your clock doesn't start till you cross the line. Everybody's on their own time clock. Once you start. All right, race is on. Minute and a half in, it's David to a quick early lead, about 3.5 seconds over Robert currently. Cambria is holding down that 3, James right there in the 4.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are David Bodish, Robert Schwartz, and Cambria.
Sure appreciate those rookie drivers, especially those young ones. You still got the eyesight and the quick reactions. You'd be surprised how quick it'll start clicking for you. You make vast improvements over us old guys. Robert sitting on that top spot now. David about 4 seconds back.
After 4 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Robert Schwartz, David Bodish, and Cambria. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh no.
Robert Schwartz done. Cambria done. All drivers are finished. James Blocker done. David Bodish done.
All right, Robert takes that one. David on the 2, Cambria on the 3.
The race
James
is
for the
completed.
4. Good job, you guys. Probably take about a 10-minute break and then check in on Carl and then get the show rolling.
Ryan Bodish.
Mains are posted, and we'll continue with the intermission. I'm going to look at another car. Yeah, make sure everybody's getting their cars together.
Aiden Lyons.
All right, we got one of 3 cars put together. I'll go check on the others. Not much action over here in Matson's corner.
I don't know if he's gonna be. He's counting right now.
We don't have time for that. All right, word on the street is whoever's racing is ready. So let's say 5 minutes till the first main. 5 minutes until Sportsman B main. You guys will be up first. I'll be looking for 4-wheel drive buggy A main to be quarter marshaling. 5 minutes to the start of the race.
Tomsky.
All right, let's get some sportsmen, B-main drivers out there. Tristan, Aiden, Ken, Ron, Ryan, and Tom will all be battling for that top bump spot. 5-minute B-mains. A-mains will be 7 minutes.
Tristan Madsen. Ken Perry.
Looking for a Lincoln Just, unless he's standing underneath me, and Dennis out to corner. Dennis in the building.
Lions.
Dennis Johnson, we need your corner marshaling abilities. Anyone got an OPB on him? All right, looks like we've got a few volunteers that stepped up. Dennis Johnson, are you in the building? All right, well, let's line them up then. We got a 5-minute race to find out who comes out on top and goes to that A main. Running order is going to be Tristan, Aiden, Ken, Ron on the 4, Ryan on the 5, Tom on the 6. We'll get at least one tire on the white line. Wow, we don't have a starting grid. Corey. I guess you get a boost if you're in the back. You start on a downhill. Maybe put him at the top. That looks like it could be trouble. All right. Looks like 6 will work, but 7 could be an issue. We'll add another couple spots. All right, corner marshals ready. Drivers, we are going live on the tone. Your leader, Aiden Lyons, over the big jump across the finish line. Tristan right behind him. Ken Perry in the 3. Aiden gets some breathing room. Aiden continuing to lead the way. He's 6 seconds up on the field right now. Tristan is in that 2 spot. He's got to make up about 6 seconds. Plenty of time on the clock. We got 3.5 minutes of racing to get her done. If it weren't for bad luck, Tom would have none at all. He's getting flipped all over the track.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Aiden Lyons, Tristan Madsen, and Ken Perry.
3 minutes on the clock. Aiden 13 seconds up on the field. Looks like he just put a lap on number 2. Aiden's been known to turn it on for the mains. Minute and a half left on the clock. Full running order. Aiden, Tristan, Ken, Ryan on the 4, Ron on the 5, Tom on the 6. Got some battles for 3, 4, and 5. They're really close. Ken, Ryan, and Ron running very close. Ken currently in that 3rd place. Tristan comfortably in the 2, and Aiden stealing the show with a 12-second lead.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Aiden Lyons, Tristan Madsen, and Ken Perry.
Ken Perry on the 3 spot. He's got some breathing room now. 30 seconds left on the clock. Aiden, Tristan, Ken pretty well locked down 1, 2, and 3. Ron's still fighting Ryan for that 4th spot.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tristan Madsen done. Ryan Bodish done. Ken Perry done.
Aiden
Lyons
on
done.
his victory lap. He's going to get that
Lyons
battery charged. See, actually, Tom did not cross the line. Tom's got another lap in him. He's back to the pits. Oh, no. That's a race. Aiden gets the bump. Tristan holds down the 2. Ken on the 3.
race is completed. All drivers are finished.
One more B
Justin
main.
Greenwell.
This time it's four-wheel drive buggy 13.5. These guys are going to have to figure out who's going to bump out of here. Ben Trocchi, Justin, Dan Perry, Tristan, Aiden. Cambria, thank you so much for your quarter marshaling out there. I appreciate you having the courage to get out there. I know it gets intense. You did a great job.
Two minutes to the start of the race.
The separation of sportsman and expert driving is not always the time.
Ben
It is also that driver etiquette and the patience. It's hard, especially when the mains count for so much and you're looking for that bump. But we're always trying to improve that etiquette. Aiden, aren't you going to run this one? The four-wheel drive.
No. 45 seconds to the start of the race.
Aiden, is your car not working or? Huh.
"30 seconds to the start of the race. Dan Perry. Dan Perry. Justin Greenwell.
All right, Aiden is
Ben
making
Trocchi.
his way to the line. He never even made a qualifier, so we'll let him get a couple laps out there.
Aiden Lyons.
All right, Aiden says he's ready, so I guess we will line them up. Ben, Justin, Dan, and Aiden. One bump will come out of this race and head for the A main. All right, corner marshal's ready. Driver's ready. Going on the tone. Truckee retains that first place position. Greenwell right on his heels. Where is Greenwell? There he is. Oh man, that gives Ben an 11-second lead. 3 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. Dan Perry now getting past Greenwell. Uh-oh. That'll put Dan on the 2 spot. They're gonna have to find 14 seconds if they want any part of that top spot from Ben Truckee. Caution top elevation.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Truckee, Dan Perry, and Justin Greenwell.
Good moves, Mr. Just. Uh-oh, Greenwell and Dan have a battle going. Tit for tack. Oh, hey, Dan, come on now. That was a little rough. Boy, Dan just forcing the issue, but Justin's still in that top spot. Dan is going to have to get around him clean. I got my eyes on him now. Oh. With Truckee checked out, this is a race between Greenwell and Dan Perry as they come over to the big jump. Minute 30 on the clock. Oh, Dan up top of the elevation. Caution Justin when you come across. All clear, all clear.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Truckee, Dan Perry, and Justin Greenwell.
.50 seconds on the clock. Greenwell still got Dan in his sights.
Five, 4, 3.
Top elevation, top
1.
elevation.
Justin Greenwell done.
That will be it when you cross the line.
Dan Perry done.
Truckee putting it down. He had no part of that drama, and it showed 23 seconds over the field.
Aiden Lyons done. All drivers are finished. Ben Truckee done.
Truckee, we will see you in heat number 8.
The race is completed.
Short course showdown. Now is when it matters. Carl coming in with a brand new gear diff. Switching out the ball diff. Looking good under pressure. I don't know. Good man, Braxton lending a hand in the pits. We appreciate that. Braxton's always such a good helper. He's helping out Carl get his car together. That was super cool.
Two minutes to the start of the race. Nicole Bruner. Carl Blocker. Ken Peary. One minute to the start of the race. Christian Cook.
Caution on that starting line. We do have one driver lined up.
45
Two
seconds
drivers
to the start
lined
of
up.
the race.
So yeah, let's go ahead and line them up. All right, pressure's on. Now's when it counts. Carl, the force to be reckoned with today. Christian with his bald tires. We got corners. We got drivers going on the tone. All right, restart it. All right, looking good. Quarters ready. Drivers on the tone. Carl gets eaten alive in turn number 3. He's got his work cut out for him now. Christian escapes to the top. Ken right behind him. All right, now it's pink and blue. Christian with the bullseye on his back. And remember, we've got 7 minutes to get this done. You got plenty of time. Breathe deep. Your consistency in times will pay off. Christian and Ken, bumper to bumper. Ken looking on the inside. Carl's in there too, 1, 2, and 3. Oh no. Your leader in the pink and blue, Carl right behind him in that blue and yellow. Oh, 1 and 2 getting into
After
it.
2 minutes, the
Christian
top
still
drivers
on
are
that
Christian
top
Cook,
spot.
Carl Blocker, and Ken Perry.
Just under 5 minutes on the clock. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. Ken recovering and finding his way back to Carl. He takes that number 2 spot, but they're going to fight for it. Christian getting some breathing room. He's got to hold it down for 4 minutes and 10 more seconds. Pink and blue is your leader. Ken Perry on the hunt to the 2 spot. All right. Go a little wide there, Nicole. That'll, yeah. Go, Christian, go. You're good. Oh, no. Christian flips it. That puts Ken to the top spot. Where's Carl? He's still back in the 3rd. Nicole, they really got a battle going between those 3. Got to cut them just a little bit of room. Oh, no. David.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Ken Perry, Christian
All
Cook, and
right,
Carl
now
Blocker.
it's Carl on the top. Christian with some bad luck. Working from the 3 now, but we still got 1, 2, and 3 through that center section, running very tight. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left on the clock. One and 2, bumper to bumper. That's rubbing and racing, I think. Short course is concerned, maybe not buggy. Ken and Carl coming across together. Ooh, Christian sliding back in for the 2. Ah. Looks like that jump onto the hip is a tough one for these short course trucks. Oh, Ken gets right in there, shows him a nose. That is for the battle for first. Coming over the big jump. Nicole, you'll have a 1 and 2 battle coming up on you quickly. Ken gets a nice clean pass.
After 6 minutes, the top drivers are Carl Blocker, Ken Perry, and Christian Cook.
Uh-oh. Carl gets hung up. Man, these guys are flipping it upside down again and again, meaning the order 1, 2, and 3. 3, 2, 1. Mixing it up the entire race. Ken Perry, your leader, over the finish line now. Carl Blocker gets a little breathing room from Christian after that last lap. He's in that 2 spot. Oof. Oh no, that's your leader, go, go, go.
Five, 4, 3.
Last lap,
2,
Carl's got him in
1.
sights. Ken's got just a couple more corners as he drag races to the finish
Ken
line
Perry
and
done.
claims it. Good job, Ken.
Carl Blocker done.
Good job, Carl, Christian, everybody. That was pretty intense.
Nicole Bruner done. All drivers are finished. Christian Cook done. The race is completed. Jeff Adolph. Two minutes to the start of the race.
Always some tight racing
Ben
in
Adolph.
stadium truck. These big old trucks on the 8-foot lanes. Not a ton of
Corey
room
Crispy.
for as tight as they're battling
Dan Peary.
and as close as they are running. May want to save
minute
some
to the start
voltage.
of
We've
the
got a
race.
7-minute race. Is Tristan's not in this one either? Oh no, okay. Well then, let's line them up. Ben, Corey, Jeff, and Dan. Careful there, Carl. Some guys like it just where they have them. As long as they have one tire on the white line, Carl, they're completely good. You just have to be careful, with, especially with some of our expert drivers. They're going to line it up at a perfect angle and get grouchy when you touch it. But locked and loaded, ready for 7 minutes. Corner marshals ready. Drivers going on the tone. One minute down, 6 to go. Purple truck of Ben Adolph up top, hitting the big jump is your leader. Dan Perry in the blue coming over the big jump. That's number 2. 3 and 4 getting dangerously close. Corey on that 3 spot. Ben starting to check out. Looks like the closest battle is going to be
After 2
Dan
minutes,
coming over the
top
hip in the
drivers are
2
Ben
spot.
Adolph, Dan
Corey
Perry,
right
and Corey
behind
Frisbee.
him. Oh, I missed that. Corey got around Dan. It is Corey for the 2. Yellow truck in the 2, blue in the 3. That will be the battle to watch. Ben starting to lap the field in a race of his own. Three minutes 30 left on the clock. Purple Chuck's looking to lap position number 2. That would be a lap on everybody.
After 4 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Corey Frisbee, and Dan Perry.
Looks like Dan Perry's making some time up. He's got Corey in his sights. That's going to be the battle for 2. Corey in the 2 spot over the big jump. Here comes Dan in the 3 over the big jump. That is your battle through the center section. Corey and Dan takes the 2 spot from Corey. One minute left on the clock. Ben in a race of his own. Dan in the blue in the 2. Corey in the 3. Right behind him taking a tumble. That worked out all right,
After
though.
6 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Dan Perry, and
Can
Corey
Dan
Frisbee.
hold it down for one more minute? Oh, Dan and Corey make the same mistake. They stay where they were before the mistake. Dan needs to latch onto the bumper of that purple truck and start running his pace to get away from Corey. Oh no, Corey's body's loose. That's never helpful when you're trying to play catch up. 20 seconds left on the clock. Oh, Corey gets around Dan. Corey with the body flailing. 5 seconds left on the
5,
clock. This will be the
4,
deciding lap.
3, 2, 1.
Corey will still, no, the parachute got him. They still haven't finished. He tried to give it.
Corey Frisbee done. Ben Adolph done. All drivers are finished. Dan Perry done.
All right.
The race is completed.
Hopefully no rookies were watching that race. Rookie drivers, you are up now.
David Bodish. Cambria. 2 minutes to the start of the race. Robert Schwartz. One minute to the start of the race. James Blocker.
Rookies are going to battle it out for 7 minutes straight. The consistency will
45
pay
seconds
off.
to the start of the race.
Looks like they're ready to rock. We've got quarter marshals.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
They are lined up. Corner marshals ready. Drivers going live on the tone. Oh. Oh, Robert gets a corner in the wall. That'll give David a little bit of edge. We got 6 minutes left on the clock. Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are David Bodish, Robert Schwartz, and James Blocker.
The pressure's on. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left on that clock, and David's sitting on that top spot. Robert's now on the hunt. Finally got some clear track in front of him. Our leader on the big jump. That's going to put Robert right on his back. Oh, we got another battle on the track. Looks like James and Cambria. Cambria on the 3. James is right there. If he can capitalize on any mistake possible, he could be looking at a 3rd place. Looks like James does sneak around. I believe that's for the 3. All right, James in the 3 spot. Cambria now having to play catch up. We got 3 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. I'll have to check in with Robert if it's possible that he missed a lap. We had a 31-second lap
minutes,
out there.
The top drivers are David Bodish, Robert Schwartz, and James Blocker.
That's given David a 24-second lead on the field. Robert and David together on the track, but it's David with a lap up. Cambria and James are fighting for the 3 spot as they come across the finish line. Looks like it's Cambria first. James gets back around her, so he's now in the 3 spot again. Two minutes remaining. Roberts cut about 10 seconds off of David Bodish's lead. He's still got 13 seconds to go, though. Two distinct races within this one. Cambria gets back around James for the 3.
After 6 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are David Bodish, Robert Schwartz, and Cambria.
Less than a minute. James has got Cambria in sight. Just one corner ahead. Ooh, that could be it. He's gonna 3 and 4 coming across that starting line straight away.
5.
Oh, it's going to be a drag
4,
race with Cambria and
3,
James across the line.
1.
Cambria will take that 3
James
spot by
Blocker
a
done.
nose.
Robert Schwartz done.
Cambria even gets a victory lap too.
David Bodish done. All drivers
All
are finished.
right, good battles,
Cambria
you
done.
guys. David, Robert, Cambria, and James right there was your final order.
The race is completed.
We're turning up the heat
Lincoln
with
Just.
the A-Main two-wheel drive expert class. We will need some volunteer corners to help these guys.
Justin
I
Greenwell.
suspect there'll be some very tight battles. Yeah, get rid of everyone that's colored. I don't even like ordering the colored ones. They're garbage. Okay. Go put those tiny, the smallest possible chrome ones. Okay. Preferably ones that say one up on them.
Ben Adol.
Tight spring to
Dennis
it.
Johnson.
Okay.
Jeff Adol. Two minutes to the start of the race.
We've got corners and we've got drivers. Let's go ahead and line them up. We'll put Ben on that top spot with the TQ. Dennis on the 2, Jeff on the 3, Justin on the 4, Lincoln Just on the 5. We've got them lined up. Corner marshals ready. Drivers on the tone.
One minute to the start of the race.
Dennis sneaks around Ben for that lead as Dennis and Ben coming through the infield for that top spot up onto the elevation now. That is your battle for the lead. Lincoln Just is not too far back. Hopefully these guys don't slow each other down or Lincoln's going to be all over them. Ben's looking on the inside, looking on the outside, trying to find a way to get around Dennis. Woo, they're running close and fast. Lap after lap, putting it down.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Dennis Johnson, Ben Adol,
Tough call
and
on
Lincoln
that
Just.
one. I wouldn't know who was at fault. But we'll leave it. Dennis in the front. Purple car. Oh, Dennis makes a little mistake, and Ben does get around him clean. He's going to take that. I just farted again.
I was gonna say, I can swing by this.
Ben bumps a lapper. That puts Dennis right there, but Dennis makes a fatal error. There's still 4 minutes on the clock. They are running close still. Your leader in purple across the big jump now. Dennis across the big jump now. We'll pull that gray and orange one, just set him by the bucket. Deal with him later. Lincoln just still hovering, corner or two back from that 2 spot. Oh, that was Lincoln just big move, but it didn't work out. Three minutes remaining.
After 4 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Dennis Johnson, and Lincoln Just.
Ben's starting to lap those other podium positions. Looking pretty comfortable, 10 seconds up on the field. Two minutes left on the clock and pretty well spread out. We've got at least 8 seconds between each driver. Ben, Dennis, Lincoln, and Justin in that order.
After 6 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Ben Adolph, Dennis Johnson, and Lincoln Just. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dennis Johnson done. Justin Greenwell done.
Ben Adolph putting on a clinic out there. 21 seconds up over the field, claiming that #1 spot and the TQ.
All drivers
Dennis
are finished.
will lock down that
Lincoln
2.
Just done.
Lincoln Just brings it in for the 3.
The Race is completed.
Often my
Braxton Yates.
Braxton's out there getting the feel for this
Ben
black
Trotty.
carpet once again. He's been on a vacation of sorts.
Aiden Lyons. 2 minutes to the start of the race.
We'll see if he can give
Dan Peary.
Trocky or Christian a good run. This is 7 minutes. I would conserve voltage if your tires are warm. Just my 2 cents. We'll let Christian get a lap or two and get his tires warm.
Christian Cook.
All right, we will line them up with Trocky claiming that TQ
1 minute
position
to the start of
today.
the race.
Braxton coming in from the 2, but he's looking quicker every race he's back. Christian, nice work claiming the 3. Dan doing work from the 4. Aiden on the 5.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, 7 minutes. Plenty of time to make an error, make a recovery, breathe deep, restart. You guys can all do it. Corner marshals ready. Drivers live on the tone. Oh no! Braxton comes off that top jump. Dan follows him. It's a mess. Looks like it's Trocky in the front. Christian gains a spot in the 2. Plenty of time to put your head down, put in those laps, focus on your car and patience. All right, Braxton gets around Christian for the 2 spot. He's now gunning for Trocky in that number 1. I've got 5.7 seconds between Trocky and Yates. Let's see if he can cut it down. Aiden now in the 3, Christian on the 4. They're all running very close though, less than a second or 2 between all the drivers moving down. Your leader with a bobble, that'll be a benefit for Braxton. He's coming in hot. Uh-oh, Trocky gets into some traffic. Blue and silver is your leader. He's running away from Braxton.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Trocky, Christian Cook, and Braxton Yates.
I think it was trouble for everybody, so I wouldn't get too worked up. Looking pretty similar on those lap times. Trocky up by 4, Christian on the 2, Braxton only 2 seconds back, 8.5 seconds back from there. Chalky continues to lead, Christian in 2 with Braxton right on his tail in the 3 as they come through the center section. Your battle is that 2 and 3 spot through the center section now and up onto the hip. Braxton gets in the back of him, does a great job waiting. There's some expert driving right there. Oh no. Three minutes remaining. I got Chalky 10 seconds up. Christian on the 2, Braxton on the 3. Aiden hovering really close for that 4. Dan
After 4
ways
minutes,
back on the 5.
top drivers are Ben Chalky, Christian Cook, and Braxton Yates.
Chalky's looking to put a lap on second place. That would be the entire field. Try to cut Christian a little room. He's running a great race there in the number 2 spot, Chalky. Aiden moves up to the 2 spot. Christian right on his heels. Minute and a half remaining.
After 6 minutes, the top drivers are Ben Chalky, Aiden Lyons, and Christian Cook.
1 minute remaining. 2, 3, and 4. Aiden, Christian, and Braxton. About 1 second between each of them. They are in a battle to the end. Aiden over the big jump now. Here comes Christian. And Braxton's right there. He might even be claiming an extra spot now. Yes, he moves into that 3 spot. Braxton's got about 3 seconds to catch Aiden now. If he can do it, 25 seconds on the clock. Braxton's putting in work trying to catch Aiden. Dan's kind of in the middle of it. Definitely don't be bumping
5,
either of them.
4, 3, 2, 1. Aiden Lyons done. Dan Perry done. Christian Cook done.
That was
Braxton
a
Yates
tough
done.
one all the way around. Ben Truckee will claim it. Aiden locks down that 2. Christian for the 3 at the
All
finish
drivers are
line.
finished.
That was
Ben
intense,
Truckee
and you
done.
guys all did a great job.
The race is completed. Jeff Adolph. Ben Adolph. Lincoln Just. Two minutes to the start of the race.